It's me, Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a bit of a week. Let me just put that out there straight away. If this is your first time catching me, welcome. My name is Liz Yuille. I work under the name of Old Stables Crafts. It's a really original name. We live in a house called the Old Stables. Go figure. If you are new to my channel, you will not know the history behind it's been a week. But it's been a week. So just over a year ago, my father sadly passed away, and my brother and I are executors to his will. And finally, after over a year, we've exchanged on the sale of his house. And that's the last thing we needed to do before we could wind up the estate. So it really is quite a relief having done it. That and the fact that we've had a 4-day bank holiday in the UK, which was Thursday and Friday last week, plus Saturday and Sunday. I have no idea what day of the week it is, and was under the impression that it wasn't Tuesday, when clearly it is. So hello to Top Tip Tuesday. Somewhat late. Hopefully this will go live before the end of Tuesday, UK time. Anyway, we're doing a mini-series. The royal we. I am doing a mini-series on our adhesives. So last week was Seal. This week, logically, I'm doing Seal Plus. So let's flip down to the desk and have a look. I have to say, one of the other things that has happened today is I use software for all my videoing, and it decided that it was going to wipe everything off. So I've had to set everything up again today. It's fine. Fortunately, it's done that enough times that clearly I should be finding different software. But it also means I do know what I need to put back in and what I need to call it and where I find it and stuff. So rather than it taking almost a day to do it, now it only takes me, about 20 minutes. I could have done without it though. Anyway, so Seal Plus. Now, Seal Plus is in the annual catalogue. All of our adhesives are, surprise, surprise, in the annual catalogue. They are, from memory, on page 227. Gosh, it's almost like I know. So they're on page 227, and every adhesive we do is here, plus the silicone mat and the heat and stick powder, which I don't consider an adhesive. I consider that to be an embossing powder. I'm sorry, but for me it's an embossing powder because you have to apply heat to it and stuff. So today we are looking at Seal Plus. This is the Seal Plus as it comes to you if you order number 11 Seal Plus with the refill as part of it. It comes with 15 meters or 16.4 yards of adhesive, and you can get refills very simply. Just for this bit, the refill is £7.50. Now, let me get my calculator out and just show you something. Assuming that you are going to want Seal and Seal Plus, my recommendation is, so if we look at Stampin Seal, that is £7.50 for the equivalent, so for this with the case. If you want a refill of Seal Plus, it's £5.25. So if we take £5.25 off, that means that the adhesive that comes with the case is costing you £2.50. Stay with me. So if we look at Seal Plus, it's £11.25, but the refill is £7.50, which means that, I don't mean the refill costs £2.50, I mean the case costs, £2.25 for, so if you, let's rewind. If you get Seal and the case, the difference between getting a refill and getting the case as well is £2.25. If you get Seal Plus and the case, the difference between getting this and a refill is £3.75. £3.75, not £2.25, but £3.75. So this, the case for Seal Plus, costs £3.75. The case for Seal costs £2.25. But the case is exactly the same. So if I take that off, and if I take that off, I think you will agree they are the same. If I let's just drop that into there. If I, come on, out you come. If I take my sticky out, that's what's left. If I take my sticky out, that's what's left. Exactly the same. So my top tip is, if you want Seal Plus and you also use Seal, buy 2 Seal and case and only buy refills for your Seal Plus, because that way you save £1.50. I know it's not a huge amount, but you know, there's Scottish blood running through my veins. You're still saving £1.50 on the price of the case. I don't know why the case is more expensive if you get the Seal Plus. Honestly, I don't know. But yes, that's my recommendation. So back to Seal Plus. It's item 11 or picture 11 on the adhesive page on 127 of your annual catalogue. If you really want to buy the case and the Seal Plus together, £11.25 in the UK, and the refill is just £7.50. Same length as the Seal refill. So let's get rid of Seal. I was talking about Seal last week and I was telling you that it's a permanent adhesive. In fact, let me get that catalogue back again. Should have been reading that out to you. So what it says is, for Seal Plus, instant bond, permanent adhesive, strong seal, adheres 3D projects and heavier layers securely, acid free. So you can use it for your memory keeping without any worries. But the big difference is, and I will do a compare and contrast, so this is Seal Plus and this is Seal. So let's, oops. Now Seal is one strip of adhesive. Seal Plus is lots of little strips, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this is Seal, and it's, you know, a nice strong adhesive. You can twist it apart and it will more or less stay clean, but if you're just making, you know, adding layers, you're only ever really going to do that unless you've made a mistake, in which case you can slide it apart. Seal Plus absolutely can do the same, but what you can't do with any great ease is twist it apart. Obviously the more you do that, the more it will come apart. So for 3D projects, and I would always, when I'm using an adhesive for 3D, I would burnish, which gets everything much stiffer. But if I, let me just cut that off. So if I cut the end off that and cut the end off that, so I've got 2 stick-free ends. Let's add the adhesive again. So we can use new adhesive, because obviously the one that I've just pulled apart a couple of times is no longer what I would call new. Now, can you see? I think you can. You can see little lines, yeah? Little lines. That's because it's individual little bits of adhesive. So you can just pop that together with that, burnish it down, because you should always burnish your adhesive together. And then if we try and peel that apart, it's really not going to want to do it terribly well, and it's ripped the card just here. Much better therefore for 3D projects. Now the other thing that can happen, and you can guarantee that it now won't, is if I go right to the edge of the card, it can No, you see it's not going to do it. Let me try it the other way. It can, oh, nearly. It can sometimes delaminate the card. Nearly. But obviously it's not going to play because why would it? But basically what it can do is rip the layers of card apart. So rather than it just tearing like that, it would actually tear two layers of card to pieces. So you do need to be careful, and when you're using it, use it in the middle of a piece of card, or be very, very cautious when you're at the edge to get the edge there, to very gently pull back. If you do it too quickly, you may rip your card. So it is very strong. There really isn't much else to say about it other than it is a lot more, there's a lot more strength in it than the Stampin' Seal. To use it, because it's individual pieces, it's fairly easy just to pull it up and it will break at an individual piece, whereas with this seal you can, and of course it's not going to do it again, you can end up with it stringing. A lot of it is climatic to do with the climate, so whether it's humid and those sorts of things. So literally it can change from one day to the next, but very good for 3D heavy projects, very good for basic card making. So I would use this to construct my box, and I would use this to stick paper onto my box, if that makes sense. So I hope that has helped. Nice short video. The main thing, please, top tip on saving money on the case: get a seal refill, a seal plus refill, and pop it into the case from your seal. Save money, spend it on something else. Yes. So thank you very much indeed. I'll be back next week with my absolute all-time favourite, multi-purpose liquid adhesive, liquid glue even. So this is my go-to for most projects, so that will be next week, and I will see you then. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Let me find my closing screen and I will say goodbye. Thank you very much.